Well, watch
Yeah.
this. This is for Zemer. If he's listening, if he still listens, Zemer is Armenian, and he might like a cornhole setup, and I'll put hair on them.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine have hair on your cornhole set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I am all the time ordering from John Diresta. I want my special cornhole with.
Yeah.
I want Armenian flag. My name is Dikran Abarsemian. I live in Glendale. I drive $800,000 BMW. I live with 14 other men in one bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
I never smile.
Yeah. One time I asked my Armenian buddy, I go, how do you say happy in Armenian? We don't have that word.
That's funny.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. It's Darren Carter, the party starter, and my guest. Here he is. He's back. John Diresta.
Thank you.
Dude, look at you. All those rings.
Flea market.
Do that.
Yo. Well, that's good.
I like that.
I'm like Mr. T with a smaller penis. I like that. Dude, did someone else do that, or you just thought of that?
No, I just thought of it. I thought maybe you did it before.
No. I'll tell you real quick. I did a Zoom show last week, a Zoom comedy show, heavy quotes. And while the laughs were rolling, because they come so easy for me, while the laughs were rolling, I was just doing this. It made no sense at all, other than it's like a weird castanet / white trash Lemmy from Motorhead click.
Yeah.
This one
cool.
doesn't click.
Dude, you know what? Do that.
Listen. Hold on, but this is the Darren Carter.
Boom, that's it. You have the mic in the mic stand, then you hit him with the punchline, and you go.
Yeah. Ready? You know what goes with this?
What's that?
Who's the asshole now?
Dude, I'm telling you, I like putting little extra punchlines.
Oh, so do I, dude. I want to be like a circus act that has 1,000 things going on. You know what I mean?
That's why I do that flashlight thing. I hit them with the punchline, then they go, and it's like they know to laugh, like right there. They don't even know that they know to laugh. It just becomes like a thing. The flashlight comes out, it's on.
Guess what that's called? Do you know the technology?
No, tell me. There's probably a word for it.
That's called a toss.
A toss.
A stand-up comedian that's really good has a toss. Basically, it's telling the audience, now it's your turn to laugh. When you dies out, we're going to start over again. We're going to start with a punchline, a setup, a topper, a laugh roll, and right after the topper is your toss.
Yeah.
For you, it's the flashlight. Watch this. You remember Jack Benny?
Yep.
Watch. Now you laugh.
Did that, they're like,
dude, I could even have a more basic one. George Burns. He used to say, that's it. He goes, my job's easy. I talk when I suck my cigar, you laugh, and then we do it again.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, dude. And in 35 or 40 years, was it Gracie? Was that his wife?
Yeah.
She never once asked him about his hairpiece.
Oh.
Never once. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. You know what's weirder is you've never asked me about my hairpiece.
Hey-oh, you beat me to it. Dude, you're not bald. You're just too tall for your hair.
I know. I would turn the light on, but the battery died. This is
I beat you to it.
Yeah,
my topper.
Yeah, like Fraser Smith. He does the jokes, then he does the thing where he goes to the side with the snap. He goes, "Come on, guys."
Yeah, it's a toss.
I wrote him a lot of jokes for that. I go, you should say, "Hey, I'm on Snapchat." No, but this is good. That's good. Hey, hold up your right hand. Are those the new rings?
These?
Yeah. Give us a little story for each ring. I know every ring has a story.
That's funny. I never thought of that. Garage sale, $1. Garage sale, $1. Thank you.
Hold them up again. Those look good.
Oh, shit. We knew that was coming, right?
Microphone, $800.
Garage sale.
That's cool. So $1. Those look cool. And
okay. $1 garage sale. Then this one I bought at the flea market was about $10. This flat one.
Yeah. What's it
And
say
then
on
this
it?
has the letter K.
What's it stand for? What's K stand for?
I'm not sure. I just bought it because it was cool. I like to think of myself as the king of Darren Carter's podcast.
Pocket Party Podcast.
That's your name, right? Darren Carter?
Yes. Yeah, Darren Carter. Darren.
And then this, my brother Jimmy Diresta made.
Wow. And that's the cool.
It's a funny story.
That's probably the coolest one.
I was hosting a show. Right, it didn't cost $1. I was hosting a stand-up comedy show in Long Island about 10 years ago. You know what it was more? Everyone in the neighborhood would play a Bob Dylan song. They have a theme every year. So like, the crazy soccer mom played, whatever Bob Dylan, and then a band came up and played, and I was the host to keep it moving along. So I came off stage and my brother Jimmy was there and he had this on his hand. And the music was really loud, and I kind of had to read his lips, and he handed me, I said, let me see the ring. He handed it to me, and somehow, some way, I misconstrued what he said, and I said, I thought he said I could keep it. And I said, thank you, over the music, thank you. And he busted out laughing, and he yelled at the top of his lungs, I didn't say you can have it, but now it's too late. Oh. So it was like I snorted up for free. Yeah. With ignorance. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm such a schnorrer that I found a way to get a free piece of jewelry by being ignorant. I didn't even know that I was doing it.
You know what's cool though, man? Like hold them both up. Like hold both hands up. See, because you have the left hand, it looks good. If you were only to wear the blue and red ones, it wouldn't. I don't know if that'd be looking kind of weird if you only had 2 rings and it was like those 2 little ones. But because you have the whole thing.
Well, watch this. You invented this?
Yeah.
But guess what I invented?
What's that?
Drum roll, please.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Do you find it a hassle to put all those rings on all the time, or you do it when it's showtime? You're like, all right.
No, I do. It's funny, Gene Simmons, and they always ask, Kiss. They always ask them, aren't you sick of putting the makeup on? And same with Twisted Sister. It's part of the process. It's part of the job. You know what I mean? So hold on, a guy just dinged in to my phone, and he has the sickness so bad it's ruined his life. You know what the sickness is, right?
Is it when you find wood?
You're addicted to junk. You're addicted to junk. But this is like stage 5 cancer, no cure. What this guy has.
Oh, you mean where you see stuff like somebody put out a couch?
Oh, garage sales, flea markets all day long, buying stuff, storage bins, $1,000 a month in storage bins. How about this? So addicted to junk that you ever see a storage bin like on Lancashire, it says first 30 days free, first month is free.
Yep.
He'll put his stuff loaded for 30 days up to the door, jammed in. And on day 30, he takes it out and says, you said the first month was free.
Mm. That's too much, man.
That's like, can you imagine? And then has to load a truck or a van and find another spot for that stuff. Quick,
is he a
not at all?
There?
No, single. And the last time he got a piece of ass is when his finger ripped through the toilet paper. Listen, at one point he had 22 dogs in a camper.
Wow.
Let me repeat that. 22 dogs in a rolling camper.
Oh, this is no wonder he's single, right? It doesn't sound like he's doing whatever he wants to do.
Right. But to answer your question, I usually only kind of put these on if I'm doing, like a show or a podcast or stand up. So it's kind of like I don't wear them every day. It's more of like a uniform, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I get it because I was wearing the rings too for a while, and I would only do it when I was going to do a show.
I'm customizing my chassis. I'm turning it into a complete circus act.
Hey, I got 5 questions for you. Let's go. Ready?
I'm not gay.
All right, that wasn't. But you know what? These 5 questions are dealing with the word happy. I know a lot of people are not happy these days. In fact, I was supposed to do a show next week. Or I'm sorry, I was supposed to do a show tomorrow night, and they canceled it until December because the lockdown, and they said it wouldn't be a good PR move if everything's locked down and code purple, and we're doing an outdoor comedy show. So, I had to turn on the optimism and be like, all right, that's okay. Like, what can I find, but I will say, here we go. So let's keep it family friendly. And let me ask you, what I know, I tell everyone that, by the way.
I'm allergic to that.
Yeah. What is the last thing you did that made you happy? Really? As simple as that?
It made me laugh.
Yeah.
That, and I mean, they witnessed it. I could tell you, I ate a cheeseburger.
I can't believe I didn't come up with that. Didn't you? You've done that before, right?
No, I just invented that off the back of yours. Oh, no, this was yours. No, seriously, the audience, the 18 people that'll watch this.
Yeah.
I'm only joking. You could edit that out.
Hey, if you share it, man, it'll be more than 18.
I know. I'm so lazy. I'm sorry. But they could witness the last thing I did that made me happy, and it was inventing. It's stupid, as stupid as it is.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead. And then today, about an hour ago, my wife made me pork chops and asparagus with sauerkraut, and it was off the hook. I mean, I could have ate 15 pork chops. I could have ate like I had 2 rectums.
It's so funny you say that, because the very next question was, what is the last thing you ate that made you happy? See, dude, we're like, this is a double connection. It's
congruent.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Next one. Yes.
I'm not going to hit the mic again. No, it was the pork chops and the sauerkraut.
God, sounds good. What is the last thing that you figured out? You figured something out. You're like, oh.
That's a deep question. I got an order this week that I was going to turn down for a gaming table that has like a higher railing, and then it's sunken down with felt, and you play the cards, or you play, and I have to make that from scratch. And I was going to tell the guy no to the project because I didn't know how to drop it down and in, and how much space to drop it. So you're playing a game, you don't have to reach too far. And I was an inch away from telling him that I didn't want to do it. And I figured it out. Sitting with my notebook, watching The Sopranos. I figured it out.
You figured it out. Doesn't it feel good to figure it out?
It does. It does. Especially watch this. Not to mention numbers, but people might be curious. This was an $800 or $900 deal, and who doesn't need $800 or $900? We all do. And I was going to say no to it, and so to figure it out, and have the guy come over, and he goes, "I'll pay you the whole thing up front." Like, we got along so nicely. He said, "I'll just pay it all up front." You know what I mean? So, you know what I say to that?
Yeah. What is the last thing what's something you've recently discovered or rediscovered? Something you've rediscovered.
Easy. Sopranos.
Oh.
I discovered about 2 months ago Breaking Bad. And
really?
I had never seen it. You?
Dude, it's great. I love Breaking Bad. I saw it I think that's the only program I can remember in recent times that I've seen every episode. Because a lot of things I don't see every episode.
Yeah. You were looking for it.
It was great.
I discovered that. I saw the movie El Camino, and then we went to The Sopranos. So I discovered Walter White, and I reconnected with my only friend, Tony Soprano. You want a chicken sandwich?
Yeah. How do you what's El Camino like? I haven't seen that movie.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, tell me.
Walter White's not in it, and they never show what happened to his family.
Oh.
I wanted to see where his wife was 8 years later or 10 years later, whatever it was.
And Walter White's not in it?
Walter White's not in it, and neither is his son, who is going to college. Wow. If you remember, his son was going to college.
You know what? That kid, that actor, I forget his name right now, but he was at the Hollywood Improv. I saw him like hanging out at the bar, and I got a photo with him. It was pretty cool.
Wow! Look at
I was
you,
like,
name dropper.
I don't even know his name, but I'm whatever that is, I'm dropping it.
My favorite character, believe it or not, is is Skinny Pete. Do you remember Skinny Pete?
No, it's been a while.
Oh, how dare you!
Well, you just saw it. I haven't seen it in like 3 years, 4 years.
And basically, the movie was just a bunch of really long scenes that it almost looked like they literally made a scene 3 or 4 minutes longer just to get it to movie length.
Oh, see, I don't like that.
And it was all, what's his name? He's in trouble. He's sweaty. You know, what's that guy's name? Pinkman?
Yeah, the kid. Yeah.
And what was the other?
Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse Pinkman. I'm writing that down. And what was his other code name? Heitzgomer?
Oh, man, it's been so long.
You remember that? Heitzberger? No. I'm Heitzberg.
Heisenberg.
I'm Heisenberg. Jesse Pinkman and Heisenberg. That's funny. Go ahead. Next question.
Yeah. Next question. Here's the last question I have. What is the last thing you bought that made you happy?
A new TV.
Oh,
remember?
We keep going back to that.
We did a whole episode.
See? I even cut it up and put it in the video. And
so we put I bought a new TV for where you watch the UFC.
Yeah.
And then just my wife's birthday was the other day. So my kids bought her a big TV, and you used to have to look to the side of the room till your neck hurt.
Yeah.
So now it's straight ahead on a shelf I made. Like now it's more movie theater-ish.
Oh, cool.
So it made my wife very happy.
Oh, that's cool, man. You do watch a lot of TV, huh? Compared to me, I don't really watch much.
Well, I don't do as many sets as you. I'm also in recovery. You know, I got the diabetes.
Yeah.
So I'm home every night basically, and I work at the shop a little bit, and we kind of do it together. You know, I'm married 32 years, so we enjoy the time.
That's cool.
And it's probably the definition of binge watching. Yeah. We're like, all right, one more. Break, no break. Break, one more. Mute. Hit mute. I just got to send one email.
How about the Comedy Store documentary? Did you watch every episode of that?
Here's the deal. I would have, and I didn't know where to find it. So every time it came on, I would watch it 2 or 3 times in a row. And but I didn't see them all. Like I'd see posts the next day that now there's comedians in it that we know. It wasn't from 40 years ago. So I know there was different episodes. I liked it. I would have liked it better if I was part of that family and had stayed and somehow worked my way in, and I didn't. And but I found it interesting, and even the ones that took place when they talked about 40 years ago, there's a good 3, 4, 5 people in that I was like, oh, I did a gig with him. Oh, I did a gig. I remember meeting him. You know what I mean? So it's interesting.
So my wife watched it last night. She's like, it's so good, but unfortunately, we only taped 2 episodes. So I'm gonna I can't wait to watch the 2 episodes and then figure out how to find the rest of the episodes. I'm sure I'll figure it out and we'll find something. But it's like Yeah, I
found it interesting. I've had 1 or 2 good sets there, and a couple, probably 2 that were memorable that weren't. I keep a running count. And set 1,705. I didn't have a good time.
Wow.
At the Comedy Store.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah, tell me.
And it wasn't in the big room. It was in that so what room is that?
So there's the main room, there's the OR, which is called the original room, and then there's the room upstairs, the belly room.
The belly room. Belly room, I've always had good sets, and I had a good 10 or 15 sets in the belly room. And a funny thing happened in the belly room. This is 100 years ago. I was watching, I guess she might have been a newcomer. And in the middle of her set, I just yawned. I didn't do it on purpose. And it was so loud that her boyfriend, who is a comedian, turned around and gave me the dirtiest look, like I screamed out a racial slur. And all I did was yawn.
But you made it was like a verbal, yeah.
But I can't help it.
Right.
What was I supposed to stifle my yawn for her?
I got a question. Do you remember the first time you bombed, like how it felt? The first time you bombed?
I don't know if there's I know a lot of comedians have the first time, but I do remember.
Yeah.
Well, I remember set 72 was still to this day maybe the best set I ever had out of 6,000. It was a Caroline's. It was a bringer show. I brought about 100 cops, firemen, their family, relatives. And it was just the opening joke was I came out, no smiles. And I said, I'm not having a good day. I tried that phone sex and the receiver got stuck in my ass.
Boom, 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 boom.
And it got a slow laugh, a big laugh, grew into an applause break. And I was up there 15 seconds and I had them. And it was the best set. It got me my one-man show. You know, to this day, it was just, it did, dude.
It's the phone in the ass guy. Yeah.
The next day, no, my brother had people come out to look at the act. And the next day, my brother Jimmy called the precinct and he said, when you get home, call Anthony Gentili at work tomorrow. He wants to speak to you about what he saw last night. Because the act was very about being blue collar, stuck with 3 kids that were all under a year old. Like, you know, I had the dream, steady paycheck, $10 copayment, and it ain't what you think. You know what I mean? So this is how broke I was. The next day, I lived 50 miles north of Manhattan. We were in area code 914, and I had to call 212. You know what I'm saying? And our long distance was cut off in our apartment. So I had to go to Grand Union with a handful of quarters and call from a payphone. And he was like, yeah, we're thinking about doing a one-man show with your shtick. It's so right on. But I'm just saying. So set 72, and the air conditioner was broke. It was August 3rd or August 5th of 1993. And the air conditioner was broke, and the comedy club was packed. So it was a very hot night. I had a great set. I had a great callback. I left to a huge applause. And I literally felt like I could have walked up the stairs of Caroline's, it's in a basement, and had all 200 or 300 people follow me down the street like a soldier or like a chieftain. What would you call it? A leader.
Like a Pied Piper.
And so you know who went on after me? Michael Douglas. Do you know Michael Douglas, the actor?
Yeah.
His younger brother.
Eric Douglas, right?
Eric Douglas went on after me, and he bombed so bad that his dick fell off. It hit the stage. It came through his pant leg, and someone picked it up and ate it. He was gone. All right, if you want to edit that out.
Yeah.
But I think it should stay. Eric went after me. Eric, what's his last name? Douglas.
Douglas, yeah.
And he bombed horrifically. And then we were in the back room, and I was still dining out on the great set, and he got dead silence. And he comes in the green room and goes, I want to tell you, you were really funny. But I don't bring my whole police department and my family with me wherever I go. And I was going to make a crack about how bad a set he did.
Yeah.
And everyone would have laughed at him. But he had just got locked up or kicked out of another comedy club for breaking a beer bottle over someone's head. So I said, I don't need that hassle.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, only a week later, I was at Pips in Brooklyn. Pips is notorious. They're supposedly the 2 hardest places on earth to get laughs was Pips in Sheepshead Bay and the Velveeta Room in Austin, Texas. You ever been to the Velveeta Room?
Yes.
So I'm doing Pips, and I'm trying to legitimately do the same exact set, and I'm not feeling the ice, and I'm not feeling the audience, and I'm just going, I did the phone sex joke, and that's what I did first last time. And so now my mind's thinking, then I did this joke, and that worked perfect. And none of it's working now. None of it. What did I do after the first one that did the second one? While I'm trying to, and then I had such a bad set.
Yeah.
At the 8 o'clock show, I said, at least that's over with. I got to do the 10 o'clock. The 10 o'clock was just as bad. And even worse, no one gets fired in New York as a cop or a fireman unless you're really crazy. It's that good of a job. Like it's that the union is so strong. So on the second show of that night, I said to a guy, I said, blah, 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 I'm a transit cop. He goes, from the dark, I hear, I used to be a transit cop. I go, oh, really? What happened? What do you mean used to? And he goes, you don't want to know. And it was just this, like, I was like, now I'm not doing well. And now he said, not only did he say no to the improv, I'm scared of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I drove home, to answer your question, the worst sets, maybe. I drove home over I cut through Brooklyn, and I lived upstate New York. I went over I don't know why, I went over the Verrazano Bridge that takes you to Staten Island. Staten Island is Brooklyn with a cover charge. Oh! And I legitimately thought of quitting the business, where I had the greatest show 7 days before, where I could have walked people down the aisle.
Yeah.
And not only did I think about quitting, it took me until, this is a true story, till I got a sitcom deal, moved to a big house in the Studio City Hills, up in the Donnas, Dona Nanita, Dona Pagitia. And I took the tape out and I listened to it sitting by my pool, high on marijuana, smoking a cigar from that night in Pips. And guess what?
What?
It wasn't that bad.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I couldn't even compute as to what I was thinking when I was driving over the Verrazano Bridge.
Yeah.
It was just less laughs. You know what I mean? It wasn't a bomb. But the huge lesson is no two audiences are ever alike. And usually it's never as bad as you think.
Exactly. It's never as bad as you think. And you know, just imagine though, I was laughing at myself right now. I was imagining like you bombing, getting lost in your set. What's my next joke? And then all you can do is think to rub your rings together. But yet if there's no charm and no one thinks you're funny.
Yeah, now they think you're a weirdo.
And now you're just like, but you're doing it not smiling. You're just like,
hold on, ready?
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Hold on. I just came up with something funny. Ready? Let's say I hit with a funny joke, right?
Yeah.
Here's why was 6 afraid of, and fake laugh like you really liked it. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
I don't know why.
Because 7, 8, 9. Pound it. See what I did? I just did 1 pound.
Pound it.
Pound it.
Myself. Boom.
Watch this. Sometimes I'm so funny.
Yeah.
I have to pound myself.
I feel like you know a lot of jokes. You've either written jokes or you've heard
I
jokes.
do. I love street jokes. Hack Lives Matter.
I'm going to throw out, let me throw out some topics and let's see how quick you can go. Are you ready? You want to take a little drink? You good?
I'm always ready.
I'm going to make it kind of easy. The goal is not to stump you. The goal is to see what you got. All right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Halloween.
Sometimes some of my mom's friends had lost all their teeth. And then you know how the face gets shrunken in and the mouth gets shrunken in?
Yeah.
And I would always say, did anyone see Aunt Peggy? She looks like a jack-o'-lantern on November 4th.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That is funny. She looks like a jack-o'-lantern on November 4th.
All sunken in.
Yeah.
You get it?
All right, here we go. Do you have any jokes about Christmas? Any Christmas jokes?
I don't know if I have any jokes, but my dad would throw 1 fit a day, and I thought everyone's dad did. He legitimately would throw 1 fit a day, every day. And I worked with him on a construction site for years. Every day, this is not right. That's not. He always found it. And we remember, me and my brothers and my sister remember Christmas morning as something was purchased and batteries weren't included. That was it. Fit went into a rage, driving all over looking for batteries. Every store is closed.
Yeah. Oh, they weren't
And the whole
included.
day was consumed by batteries that weren't included, and it happened every year.
See, that's what's good. My wife is so prepared. Like we have I'm sure you do too. You have your little cabinet with your little junk drawer where you keep your batteries and you got your Scotch tape and your duct tape. And
everyone has that drawer.
You got the AA, the AAAs. You know,
Toothpicks.
I'm the flashlight guy, man. So I got my batteries.
So watch this. One Christmas, because my dad was a schnorrer, Still is to this day. He has the sickness and he's a schnorrer, and now he's crossed over. He's a hoarder.
Uh-oh.
But back in the day when we were kids, he was the local handyman. So he would get a lot of good stuff for free from people's garages. One time a guy owned a sporting goods store, just like The Sopranos, and it went out of business. And for a year, we had crossbows, hockey skates.
Oh, so cool.
Stuff we didn't need and didn't even know how to use. But one year, he brought home bowling pins, actual bowling pins from a bowling alley that was closing, or he bought at a garage sale. And he burned them on Christmas morning. We had a fireplace in Long Island.
Oh.
And you got to remember, it's 20 degrees, it's Christmas. Yeah. And he burned these logs. You know what I mean? Because he thought they were wood.
Yeah.
And little did we know they were covered, their professional bowling ball lane things, they were covered in like 1/8 of an inch of plastique. Do you know what plastique is?
Gosh.
Dude, all day Christmas through New Year's Eve, our living room smelled like ground zero. Burning plastic.
Yeah. It smelled like lane 13. Yeah. I remember my mother-in-law one year, she had an artificial Christmas tree, and to give it that Christmas tree smell, she took the air fresheners.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good joke.
And it's good, right? And she put it all all around the Christmas trees. But here's the funny part, and maybe you could help me with this. At that point, she was taking medication, so she didn't have a sense of smell, and it wasn't Christmas tree smelling scent. It was Tropicana.
Oh, that's funny.
And we're like, that living room smells bad, and it was just overpowering with all these different,
She, what's funny? She had no sense of smell, right?
Right.
Like Lemmy from Motorhead, he had no sense of smell, so in turn he wouldn't shower or change his clothes. He didn't care.
Gross. Yeah.
His sense of smell got burnt out by the ice in the crystal.
Oh, he was doing drugs.
You think?
Yeah.
One other thing, we would have a live Christmas tree every year, which people think is quaint and nice because it's a live Christmas tree. But to save money, my dad would buy it on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Because come midnight, it was worthless.
Yeah.
He bought it on Christmas Eve. Are you ready for this? While on the fire truck in his fire uniform.
Yeah.
And then he would buy the one that had the sparsest filling, discount number 3. Now, can you believe this? It would be all patchy, the tree. So he would cut a branch off with a hacksaw, and with a big screw gun in the bald area, he would screw, and then we would plug in, and he literally handmade. He was doing hair plugs before anybody.
Douglas fir plugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to give a fireman a discount. If he's a fireman on a fire truck, Christmas Eve, it's like, come on, it's like.
It's basically free.
It's like when comedians, when we go on the road and we tell people, remember when this actually worked? You'd be like, we're comedians. And then they'd be like, really? You guys can just come into the movie theater for free, and you'd put them on the guest list or whatever.
Dude, I saw The Passion of the Christ 10 times in one weekend in San Antonio.
You just kept going back. Yeah.
I just had nothing else to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, remember that? It meant something big. Yeah. Now they're like, yeah.
I know. I remember comedians complaining about that like 20 years ago. They were like, like the older comedians would be like, back in my day, I'd tell people I was a comedian. It was like I was a rock star. Now everyone's a comedian. And then cut to 20 years now it's like I really feel like there's so many people that are leaving funny comments on social media. And then you click it, and then they have a huge following. And then it's people are doing that. It's pretty creative what Americans, or I guess the world, but what we're doing, like there's the viral videos, the guy, I think his name is Dogface208. I could be wrong. The guy that's riding the skateboard and he's drinking the
I know
spray. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like
it's weird, and everything changes really quick. Like the fact that what we're doing now is a normal thing, and it's even crazy that in 5 years from now, people are going to look back and go, "You guys did a podcast." In other words, nothing lasts forever. What are you scratching the hump in your back?
Yeah, man, I got a back scratcher. I thought, if there was
Ew.
anyone I could scratch my back, it'd be John Diresta. He could appreciate this.
It's creepy.
I've never done this on a podcast. I'm just going to scratch my back.
Dude, it's flaky skin. That's what I think of.
How many back scratchers do you have?
One right into my bedroom.
Really?
It's made out of bamboo.
No way. That's funny.
No, I'm not joking.
I'd ask you to get it, but it's like that's probably
Too far a walk, and I'll knock the mic over again.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Last question. What Thanksgiving's coming up. What is something that you're thankful for?
The Pocket Party Podcast. Is that the name of it?
Yes. Yeah. All right.
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful that I still have the capabilities to, work as a comedian. I'm still standing, barely, but still standing. And, my wife, I'm really thankful for. The last couple of weeks I've been a little bit ill. You guys don't know. And my wife's been cooking 3 meals a day for me, all from scratch. 3 meals a day from scratch. I saw some poor mutt tonight leaning over at 7-Eleven. Let me get like 2 chicken breasts and let me get like quisqueñado. You know that horrible food? That's what the guy's eating for dinner.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Hot dog roller. Oh my gosh. The hot dog, the thing that rolls on the
I have one. I used to have about one of those a year from 7-Eleven. Now no more.
Yeah.
I gave up a lot of junk food about 6 weeks ago, and cigars. Dude, I gave up cigars.
That's good. It'll be good for your health. It'll be really good.
Dude.
Yeah. Hey, well, John, man. Thank you.
Hold on. I just want to tell you something. Not to get too serious. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I got the diabetes. Right? You know that. I got the diabetes. 17 years. Got the diabetes. Remember Monster Ball?
Yeah. I never saw it, but I remember it.
Okay, you remember the movie when Halle Berry finds out her son got the diabetes? So I had a little bit of an infection about a year ago, and it was on my small toe, thank God, because it's just my small toe, and I had my toe amputated. I don't know if you know that. So now 1 foot, I look like Fred Flintstone. Okay? Yabba dabba do with the foot.
Yeah.
And then I got it. The hospital was in I realized that the hospital where I got my toe amputated was in 323. Then I came home from the next day. I was in my area code 818. And then it hit me. I got toes. I got toes in different area codes. I got toes. I got toes. Dude, that's money in the bank.
That's money in the bank, man. That's money in the piggy bank, the little piggy bank.
Hey, man.
The little piggy. Last thing, CornHole. Do you see that right now? Someone just sent me an email. You don't see that, do you?
No, I don't see the email.
All right. I don't know.
I've been a woodworker I've been a woodworker since I'm in 5th grade. All right. I'm 57 years old. So that's 45, 50 years. I used to have a craft item. Then I switched over to mirrored signs. Then I switched to rustic furniture. And I've been looking for a funky, then I switched to funny signs, et cetera. Now, with the help of Darren Carter, the party starter, I'm going to start doing cornholes. And you can fill in your own joke there.
It's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I said, he loves to build stuff. Look at that. That looks great. Hold that right there. Look at that. That's cool. And you can make them personalized. You can put New York Yankees. You could do bands.
Now watch this. Not only, this isn't even done. That they're not shined up. They're not, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But they're going to look way better with some, what would you call it? Polyurethane?
Yeah, gloss, or you're going to shine them up a little bit. Yeah.
Shellac. But listen, yeah, there you go. Now I could see him even better. Now here's the funny thing. Is that your toenail or your fingernail?
Oh.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, watch this. Are you ready for the unusual thing you're not noticing? Do you want to try and guess?
No. What is it?
It's not at all the official size.
Oh, wow. The official. How big is it?
The official size is 48 by 24. It's a very big, clunky item. Look at that. Look at that again. That's like
I couldn't really
20
tell.
inches by like 15 inches. So guess what I'm calling it? An indoor mini cornhole.
Smart.
Dude, it's just to mess around with in the kitchen. You don't have to get all real with your cornhole.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to be an outdoor cornhole. It's an indoor cornhole.
And even if it was an outdoor, it could still cornhole like a regular size cornhole.
That's true. It's an innie and an outie, but then it's like small enough to like, play with the cornhole in the living room,
It's its own thing. And watch this. If I make them out of scrap wood, quote unquote, they could all just be a different size. Like they don't have to be. It serves the purpose of the cornhole.
I just got an idea. You could do the Armenian flag colors, and we could
without a doubt.
We can sell one to Rems, one of your biggest fans. Rems would love that. Actually, I think he likes. I mean, he's definitely he's Armenian, so he probably likes the Armenian stuff. But I think he's more of a sports fan. I think he would definitely.
Well, watch this. This is for Zimmer. If he's listening, if he still listens, Zimmer is Armenian, and he might like a cornhole setup, and I'll put hair on them.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine have hair on your cornhole set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I am all the time ordering from John Diresta. I want my special cornhole with.
Yeah.
I want Armenian flag. My name is Dikran Abarsemian. I live in Glendale. I drive $800,000 BMW. I live with 14 other men in one bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
I never smile.
Yeah. One time I asked my Armenian buddy, I go, how do you say happy in Armenian? We don't have that word.
That's funny. Is that your joke?
Yeah, it's my joke. Can
I have that joke?
It's my joke. I use it my I'm sorry.
You do?
I know. I do.
Oh, okay. That's a good joke. Well, do you know about the Armenian hotline?
No, tell me about it.
Oh, you never? Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, I never heard it.
So, ring. Hello, this is the Armenian hotline. Yes, I am looking for witnesses to auto accident. Okay, when did the accident happen? It will happen in 20 minutes from now. Corner of Wineland and Magnolia. Violent hit from rear. Like midget gay sex in hotel.
Edit.
It's funny, Don, I forgot.
You're the best, man. Hey, thank you.
Okay,
again,
we're good?
And we're good. And we'll thank you for being on the show, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you, man. It's always fun.
You got it. Bye.